right, shalom. This is Chanakta by Yashala from the Lions in the Yashala camp. First and foremost, I'd like to say Ka Halayim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakak Kodash, by Mach. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the Akmi that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. All right, this is Exodus chapter 23, verse 13. It says, "And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth." All right, so now, we had a little while ago, Bishop, so-called Nate Satan, so-called Bishop, what we call Nate Satan, did a video saying that it was okay to call the Lord and, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh Shai and Yahweh by any other names, as long as he knows what you're meaning or whatever, whatnot. But but scripturally that's wrong, and anybody that agrees with that, it's because there's no light in them. So those two names, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, are so important unto our salvation, because those names are going to really bring you into the truth. And even within that, you have to have a certain spirit upon you. You can't just even have those, even if, because at one point in time, Nate was calling upon the name and teaching the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. But even with that, even within having the name, you still have to have that spirit. So you can be, so your mind can be open up to the doctrine or the words, the pure words of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. All right. He's not going to give you his pure truth, for one, calling on these other gods, because he's not going to give his glory unto another. All right. So it's so important for us to, just like how it says right here in Exodus 23 and 13, I'll read it again. It says, "And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect." So always watching them and observing, be circumspect to the things that we are taught now, into our customs and our laws, statutes, and commandments, and also in this time being circumspect to the things that are going on in this world. All right, always paying attention. And it says, make no mentions of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. Right. So now, with that being said, let me get that. She mentioned. All right. All right. So now, I went to that mention real quick, right? And it says Zakar. So it makes no mention, because Nate tried to say that when Yahweh Shai has said Baal, and he's like, well, now, wait a minute. He made a mention of another god, but it's not talking about mention, like in conversation. If you're teaching against another deity or something that is proclaimed to be a power, but it's not. If you're directing, if you're targeting it direct, you have to speak on it and say what it is. All right. So it says for Zakar, meaning mention, it says a primitive root, also as dominative, from H2145, probably to mark, as to be recognized, to remember by implication, to mention, to be male, to burn incense, meaning to worship. All right. Earnestly be male, mention, be mindful, recount, remember, make to be remembered. All right. And how do you make to somebody to be remembered? Keep mentioning them over and over and over again, to keep them in the minds of other people, to be brought to mind. All right. So therefore, giving some sort of reverence to them as being gods. So now, if you mention the name of them as mentioning as them not being gods, that's not what that's talking about right there. All right. So meaning not to worship any other god or call upon any other name in your time of calamities other than Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And for those that don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, when Yahushai shows up, that's why he's going to say, nah, call upon these other gods that you have worshipped, that you have burnt incense unto. All right? And that's the key point. And that's what it is. So, you know, having the pure name of the Father and the pure name of the Son is only a starting point, but it's a key point into what you need. Because what does it say in Acts? By no other name under heaven shall we call upon and reach salvation. Those two names are Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai brought us on back to Yahweh because Yahweh was done with us because of our wickedness. But he made a way for us to be able to be reconciled back unto him through Yahweh Shai. And we need to be able to call upon his name. Like I did a lesson the other day, kiss Yahweh Shai, the root of Jesse. You know, and I brought the scripture, kiss the son lest he be angry. All right. Next scripture I want to get is John chapter 17, verse 6. It says, and this is written in all letters, Shlachia, all read, so you know that it's Yahweh Shai speaking. It says, John 17:6, it says, I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou givest them me, and they have kept thy word. All right, and what is that word manifest? I mean, to make manifest, visible, or known what has been hidden or unknown, to manifest whether the words or deeds or in any other way. Make actual, visualize, realize, to make known by teaching. So the word comes into play with that, but what it's talking about is the true name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Those two names. All right. And that's it. He just said he manifested his name to the ones that he was giving him out of the world. All right. All right. And it says, I clicked on the word name. It says name of proper names. The name is used for everything which the name covers, everything that thought or feeling of which is aroused in the mind by mentioning, hearing, remembering the name. For one's rank, authority, interest, pleasure, command exceeds these. Persons reckoned up by name. All right. So basically, giving reverence to, calling upon the name, surname, a name. All right. So basically, you know, he has manifest his name or what he should be called and his ranking, because his name is also a rank, and his authority, because he's the deliverer, and that's what we're going to remember him by, as him being the deliverer of the children of Israel, and we're going to remember Yahweh as him existing and being the creator of all things. But he gave that power of creation to his son, Yahweh Shai, who his name, surname is, means deliverer. He delivers. Okay? So I don't know how Onama in the Greek. Onama. I mean, we say Shem in the Hebrew. All right? So that's showing the importance of the name. And the Lord said, you know, that he's gonna take the names of these false gods out of our mouth. This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 2. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, power of hosts, that I will cut off the names of the idols out of the land, and they shall no more be remembered, right? And that's what it says um, about in the Exodus, causing to be remembered. Making mentions, giving reverence to. All right. It says, Zechariah 13:2, and it said, "It shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will cut off the names of the idols out of the land, and they shall no more be remembered. And also I will cause the prophets and the unclean spirits to pass out of the land." So eventually, the Lord's cutting off the names. If you don't call them by the true name, you're not going to get deliverance. And that from that point on, He's going to cut off the ones that cause people to call upon the names of other gods. Nate, GOCC, because the Ahaya is not the name. You know, his name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai. Just bottom line. All right. And let me get what scripture I want to get next. I'm gonna get Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 11. It says, "Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which do not profit." Right. And like like these other fake idols have always kept their own name, but the true power, they try to change his name and his image throughout time periods, because the ones that know that he's a true power, they try to disguise him as it being their power. But no, he's only the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the children of Israel. All right, but we choose to follow after the other gods of the nations and not follow behind the true power. But he is a true power, and his name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. All right, and where's the next one I want to get? All right, yeah, is that it? All right, this is uh Jeremiah 2:32. It says, "Can a maid forget her ornaments, or a bride her attire? Slacking. Yet my people have forgotten me days without number." Right. And forgetting the name of Yahweh by Shemi Shai, calling upon the names of other gods, right? And forgetting where we get our power for or our covering from. All right. You know, forgetting where we get our covering from and going and chasing after other gods. That's why, you know, let me get Hosea. As a matter of fact, Hosea tell you, Hosea break it down. Now we'll go Hosea 1 first. It says, where is it? All right, this is Hosea 2:16. "And it shall be at that day, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that thou shalt call me Ishi, and shalt call me no more Baali." All right, and I think Ishi means my husband or something like that. Man, husband, male. A contrast to women. All right, so great man. So basically, um, we are married unto Yahweh Shai. Uh, being according to Revelations 14:4, they are virgins. And like how Paul said, he said, I have espoused you as Chad's virgin unto the Lord. So by us calling him our husband, we call him by his proper name. All right. It says, verse 17, it says, "For I will take away the names of Baalim out of her mouth, and they shall no more be remembered by their name." Right. So the names of the other gods, he's taking them out of the mouths of the children of Israel, out of the elect first, and then ultimately, when everybody else is born into the kingdom, they're going to be born into knowing the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. the ones that don't get it on this side. All right. It says, "Well, I will take away the names of Baalim out of her mouth, and they shall no more be remembered by their name." Right. Because the name of the Lord is a strong tower. It's like, and those that run into it are safe. All right. So we have to know the proper and true name to call upon for salvation, because there's no other name for salvation. So I'm going to close it out with this. Zach chapter 4, verse 12. It says, "Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved." All right, and that's the point. There's no other name under heaven besides Yahweh and Yahweh Shai for us to reap salvation. All right, and you need to know that in order to get out of there. In order to be salved, in order to be delivered from what's to come. All right, Lord willing, this was edifying and serve its purpose. And like I said, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakah Kradash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the archman that pushing the truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, shalom.